Welcome to OMCI's Live at 5. Tonight's artist is Bureh Bollo-Kamara.
through Facebook or internet. I'm so glad you can tune in. You could tune in today to another live at 5. Um, Before I go on, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Bureh Bollo-Kamara, or for short, just Bureh BK. I'm really excited to be playing for you guys today. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to perform, or to perform solo, I should say. It's a different kind of challenge playing solo. It's a fun challenge though. And yeah, I'm excited to be playing for you guys. Um, so usually like when I do these live streams, I usually combine like original tunes of mine and then like some standards. But like honestly today I'm just in the mood to only play standards. I hope that's cool. Like I have like a quartet and we've been recording like some of my own stuff, so I'm kind of not in the mood to play my own tunes today. So yeah, I'm just gonna be playing standards. Yeah, the first tune I just played was a tune by the great trumpeter named Clifford Brown. It's a tune called Sandu. It's just a jazz blues. Um, I really love this tune, and I love Clifford Brown as a trumpet player. If you haven't heard of who Clifford Brown is, and you're someone who's like into jazz, he's definitely someone worth checking out. Unfortunately, he died at a really young age. He was 25 when he died, but his contribution to jazz music, especially to trumpet players, actually I shouldn't even say especially to trumpet players, to every jazz musician, is parallel to no one else. Yeah, and I can't imagine what he would have done if he lived like a full life. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna play another standard. Cool. So that was a tune by Horace Silver called Nicka's Dream, like Nica Stream. I'm not sure who that is or what the song's about, but it's a cool standard. Uh, so like Horace Silver was, I think he wrote the song in like in the 50s, like mid 50s, like maybe like 1955 or something. And he started a group called the Jazz Messengers. Um, for people who know a little bit about jazz, the name the Jazz Messengers is associated with another musician, a drummer named Art Blakey. But originally it was Horace Silver's band, and then Art Blakey was the drummer, and he took over it, and he stuck with the name, the Art Blakey's Jazz Messengers. And like that group is really cool because like every couple of years Art Blakey would rotate the musicians, and he would add a new set of like up and coming musicians. So most of the time the people that were in that band were under like 23, and they weren't known yet. And so like for a lot of people, playing in the Jazz Messengers was like kind of like a rites of passage, and it was kind of like where you, I don't know, it's like their first like, it was like an entry level. No, I shouldn't say an entry level. It was like it was like the equivalent of getting like your first job after you graduate from your program in university. Yeah, and um, yeah, Art Blakey was someone who like he lasted. His career lasted for a long time, almost 5 decades. You know, so for someone to last in music or anything for that long, it speaks a lot about them. Um, I'm gonna play a ballad. That was a tune called My Ideal. I can't remember who wrote it. I think it's Leo Robbins. But so basically, like how jazz standards work. What jazz standards are they're like a collection of like popular jazz compositions that they're called standards because, like, if you, like, let's say you meet another jazz musician for the first time, um, even if you don't speak the same language, if you want to play with the person, you can come to an understanding by playing standards because everyone has their own set of standards that they know, and there are some that are just like universal. Like if you want to play jazz, like you have to know like this standard. It's like the equivalent of like a hymn at church. Okay. Um, Basically like how a short history of standards, I guess how they came to be is like um, all these songs, like most of these songs that I played, minus the first one, but especially this one, My Ideal, is part of a collection of songs that were written in like the 1920s and 30s, so a long, long time ago. And there's a place in New York that was called Tin Pan Alley, and pretty much it was like uh, uh, composers for like Broadway shows. They all worked on one street, and someone walking by heard like the sound of people just banging pianos, trying to come up with songs, and compared the sound to like someone banging on like tin pans, right? Like imagine like hundreds of people in different apartments and stuff playing, trying to come up with their own music. It'd be chaos, it'd be noise. But anyway, so um back in the day, like these songs were considered like pop songs. This was pop in like the 30s. But then, like later on, jazz musicians took these songs and they added like more complicated chord progressions over the songs, and then soloed over those chord progressions. And yeah, those are what became jazz standards. So like even though like these songs were written like 80 years ago, people still perform these songs to this day. It's a cool thing. I'm gonna get into another jazz standard. Yeah. Cool. So that was a tune called Alone Together. That's actually one of my favorite standards. Um, it reminds me of university. Uh, like basically, I went to university and I studied jazz guitar, and every at the end of every year we'd have to do these things called juries. Basically, it's like the exam for if you take private lessons in university, and um, Alone Together was one of my jury tunes in I think in second year, and it was kind of like the first standard that I really like. I guess I feel like I learned how to play on properly. Like there's always room for improvement, but like before I think before this, I couldn't really play standards because like I could, but to like improvise on standards, it's like you have to keep track of the chords as they go by. And like in first year of university, every time I would improvise on a standard, I'd be fine playing the melody, but when it come to playing a solo, I'd lose my place constantly, you know. But Alone Together was like the first tune I learned how to play. And usually, like, if I'm playing a gig where I have to play standards, um, if I'm ever feeling like a bit nervous or anything, I usually start with Alone Together just to get warmed up, you know. I just love it. Yeah. Um, okay, I think I have about like three more tunes. So yeah. Cool. That was a tune called On the Sunny Side of the Street. Uh, yeah, I think I have time for like one more tune. Before I go, it's been a pleasure being for you today. Um, Thank you, whoever's listening. I'm grateful that you took the time out to listen. Time is valuable, and you took your time out to watch a random guy play jazz standards on guitar, and I appreciate that. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna play a tune I really like. It's called. I'll introduce it before I go. It's called Saint Thomas, written by the great saxophonist named Sonny Rollins, and I think it's appropriate for a time like this because we can't really go anywhere, can't really travel right now. But um, this tune kind of reminds me of Saint Thomas. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, my name is Bureh. Have a good night.